Now, our capital city has long been a jewel in Britain's crown for centuries, but in recent years its allure seems to be in decline. Now, I've lived in London on and off since 1981, and I can tell you that it no longer feels like the same city. Millions of Londoners seem to agree with me too, having voted with their feet, leaving the capital for pastures new. For many, there is one factor above all, of course, that is changing London in their eyes for the worse, and that is mass uncontrolled immigration. And now a bombshell new article by writer, author David Goodwin has pulled back the curtain on the disintegration of this once great city. Just listen to this. The capital has been majority ethnic minority since the mid-2000s, and the white British population, still about 85% in 1980, is now less than one-third. In Greater London schools, only 1 in 5 children are today white British. London also has a disproportionate number of single-parent families. More than 40% of children in London are now living in single-parent households in Southwark, Lambeth, Islington, Lewisham, Hackney and more. Many of these families, of course, come from migrant backgrounds, and nearly half of London's social housing, the head of the household was born abroad outside of the UK, and of course those homes are gifted an annual rental subsidy of more than £4 billion. And perhaps most shocking of all, London's illegal migrant population could be as high as 500,000, assuming the national figure of just over 1 million. Many of the 160,000 illegal migrants coming on the small boats who have crossed the Channel since 2018 are, of course, now also in London. And I use that term Londoners loosely, because the ease of settling in the capital city without attempting any social integration seems to be dividing the city more than ever before. We have seen frequent outbursts of protest and violence on our streets, as recently as this morning, of course, outside the Iranian embassy. Protests and violence that are driven by political or social issues thousands of miles from these islands. The same people seem much less concerned by issues affecting British people here at home. They stayed notably silent on issues like the rape gangs, for example. Well, here's how I feel, and it saddens me to say it. London ought to be the symbol of our great nation, but I'm sorry to say it's not a nation that I recognise or particularly want to live in anymore when I look at what I see around me on London streets.